I've all my life I've struggled to be thin. All my life I've dieted like crazy, I've exercised like crazy. Sometimes I would lose weight and then it would come back. It's not really fat, it is inflammation. So they put me on a diet to get rid of the inflammation.
What actually reduces inflammation? Let me say this clearly. There is no special diet officially called an anti-inflammatory diet. And if you think adding turmeric milk or ginger shots will magically fix your inflammation, this video might surprise you. As a nutritionist, one of the most common question I get is, ma'am, should I follow anti-inflammatory diet? Which food reduces inflammation? Can inflammation go away if I eat anti-inflammatory foods? Social media makes it sound very simple. Add 3 superfoods, remove 2 things, inflammation is gone. But body ऐसे काम नहीं करती. Hi, I am nutritionist Riddhi, and in this video, I am going to break this down in a very practical and realistic way so you understand what actually works and what is just marketing. And please watch this completely because the real mistake people make is not what you think. First, let's understand inflammation properly. Before talking about foods, we need to understand what inflammation actually means. There are 2 types. Acute inflammation. This is short term. If you get cut, infection, fever, swelling, your body activates inflammation to heal you. This is normal and protective. Then there is a chronic inflammation. This is long term and harmful. The body stays in alert mode even when there is no injury. मतलब body unnecessarily guard mode में रहती है. Over time, this silent inflammation is linked to weight gain, insulin resistance, PCOS, thyroid issues, joint pain, gut problems, fatigue, and even long-term metabolic diseases. That is why people are scared of inflammation. But here is where confusion starts. The biggest myth. Do you need a special diet called anti-inflammatory diet to reduce the inflammation? The clear answer is no. There is no officially defined medical diet called anti-inflammatory diet. This term became popular because it sounds powerful. Saying it balanced home-cooked food sounds boring, but saying follow anti-inflammatory diet sounds scientific and exclusive. And social media loves fancy labels. Then why are some foods called anti-inflammatory? Now this is important. Certain foods are called anti-inflammatory because they contain antioxidants. Let me explain simply. Every day in your body, a process called oxidation happens. During this process, the free radicals are produced. If free radicals increases too much, they damage cells and increase inflammation. Now, certain foods help neutralize these free radicals. They support your body's repair system. They do not cure inflammation overnight. They support long-term balance. That is why fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, turmeric, ginger, whole foods are recommended. Not because they belong to a magical diet, but because they support cellular health. बस उनको एक new label दे दिया गया and suddenly they become superfoods. Here is the real problem. Most people think inflammation reduces by adding 1 or 2 healthy foods. For example, they eat junk food for 5 days a week, sleep 5 hours, sit all day, constant stress, but add turmeric milk at night and expect inflammation to reduce. ऐसे नहीं होता. Your body does not recognize diet names. It responds to patterns. It looks at what you eat regularly, how you sleep, how stressed you are, how active you are. One healthy food cannot cancel an unhealthy lifestyle. What actually reduces inflammation? Now let us talk about what actually works. Inflammation reduces when your overall diet is balanced and consistent. That means most meals are home cooked, protein is included in every meal. You eat enough fiber from vegetables and fruits. You include healthy fats. You choose complex carbs over refined ones. You reduce excess sugar and processed snacks. But even this is incomplete without lifestyle. Sleep directly affects inflammatory markers. Chronic stress increases inflammatory hormones. Lack of movement worsens metabolic health. Even the best diet will struggle if stress and sleep are ignored. ये सब connected है. Who needs to be more careful? Now, not everyone needs extreme rules, but people with conditions like PCOS, thyroid disorders, autoimmune conditions, arthritis, chronic gut issues, persistent fatigue, they need more structured guidance. But structured does not mean extreme. It does not mean removing 20 foods. It does not mean following a viral elimination diets. It means personalization. Every body is different. There is no one size fits all anti-inflammatory plan. The truth about superfoods. Let me say this clearly. Turmeric is healthy. Ginger is healthy. Green tea is healthy. Berries are healthy. But they are supporters. They are not magic solutions. If your daily meals are unbalanced, this cannot fix the damage. अगर फाउंडेशन वीक है तो सिर्फ डेकोरेशन स्ट्रॉन्ग करने से घर स्टेबल नहीं होता. इन्फ्लेमेशन रिड्यूसेस व्हेन द फाउंडेशन improves. So what should you focus on? Instead of chasing diet names, focus on daily habits. Eat mostly real food. Cook more often, include protein regularly, and seasonal fruits and vegetables. Sleep at least 7 hours. Manage stress consciously. Move your body consistently. Do this for months, not days. Consistency reduces inflammation. Trends do not. If you feel stuck, if you have been trying different diets from Instagram, still struggling with PCOS, thyroid, weight gain, gut issues, or fatigue, then guessing from social media will not help. Inflammation related issues require structured and personalized planning. I have added a Google Form link in the description for our one-on-one program where my team and I understand your routine, medical history, eating pattern and lifestyle before creating your plan. We have guided more than 1600 clients across 25 plus countries with sustainable and realistic methods. No fancy labels, just structured clarity. Final takeaway. The anti-inflammatory diet is not a separate magical category of eating. It is simply balanced nutrition done consistently. Your body does not need trendy names. It needs stability. Stop chasing labels. Start fixing patterns. And once patterns improve, inflammation gradually settles. And this is how the body works. If you like this video, then hit the subscribe button and share this video with all your friends.